All right, we back, y'all. Episode 3 Marathon Monday. Decisions create environment. Let's get it. A rainy day, so it may look a little different. Got the artificial light, you feel me? But excited to be back. Decisions create environment. I feel like this is so important, and it's really crazy because I got to give a shout out. I basically saw this in a book I'm reading right now. It's a book by LeBron James. That's really crazy because you can really just say LeBron and people know what you're talking about. But LeBron James, like his high school basketball coach, like he was coaching him since he was like, I think like 10 or something like that, but like all the way up through high school. His coach wrote a book, and that was like the name of one of the chapters, like Decisions Create Environment. And I feel like it was so powerful for me to read because it can be easy, especially having this, it can be easy at times to just chill, relax, and, especially if you have social media, like go on Instagram, go on Twitter, you feel me, and just scroll, go on TikTok and just scroll. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, balance is important for sure, but at the same time, like, especially like if you're on a path like I'm on, like not a traditional path, not working a 9 to 5, like you have to make those decisions to hold yourself accountable and put in the work when it needs to be done. And I feel like that's so important. Like that, it was just so profound to me. Like decisions create environment, because at times it's like it feels like it's so much stuff out of your control. Like, and that kind of like gives me like peace of mind with what I'm doing now, because I have these products and these experiences that I'm putting out there, right? And they might not be getting like the traction that I want them, or the number that I want them. And although I feel like I know for a fact I'm going to get there, at times not having like the results you want in this present moment can be very discouraging. But with that being said, one thing that like always like kind of like steadies me is like I can't force nobody to watch. I can't force nobody to buy a shirt. I can't force no one to support. So like I just have to keep doing what I'm doing and keep making those decisions that I believe are going to help me improve and help me create a better product that's going to be more marketable, going to be more enjoyable to watch and receive, and things like that. So I feel like it was so important. It just goes back to like, there's a lot of things that are out of our control, but it's so important to just control what you can control. And, no matter what you're doing, like it's important to make those decisions. Like you got to make that decision to like put in the work when you don't necessarily want to put in the work, and instead of, doing some leisure, from time to time, you got to like see, okay, let me try to learn something new. Let me try to like deepen my bag in a sense, and like figure out another way to improve and like further expand my skill set. So I think those things are so important. So I just want to come out here and like talk about that. Like decisions create environment. If anybody out there listening, for sure, like we all have these places we want to go to, these things we want to experience. And I feel like that's a part of being a human. That's a part of life for sure. But you have to know at the same time, like those things will never come about if you're not making the right decisions. And even with that, like I don't want it to seem like you have to like not enjoy life for sure. But be present. Like they say, there's a time for everything. There's a time for work. There's a time for enjoyment. There's a time for leisure. There's a time for all those different things. So just be mindful of that for sure. But yeah, not gonna ramble. Decisions create environment. Episode 3 Marathon Monday. We're gonna keep it going. We'll be back in 7 days. Peace.